Alright, I'm going to replace the remote door lock keyless entry receiver on a 2017 Chevy Volt. First I'm going to open up this compartment here, and you can actually, if you reach your arm in here, you can actually touch and feel the existing receiver that's in there. But to actually get to it, you need to pull back this top panel here. And unlike the instructions in the service manual, you don't need to remove the whole thing. You can just pull back a couple of clips worth here, like that, and then you can actually see the old receiver, which is sitting right in here. Let me see if I can bring the camera around and show you that. Okay, there's the old receiver there with the 9518 number on it. It's just sitting kind of back toward the far side of that opening there. Sorry about the contrast here with the sunlight, but it's, if you look at this panel, it's about right here in the panel. So I'm going to put the camera back and proceed from there. And you can reach your hand up through here, and there's two prongs on the top that you can push down and just pull it right out. So it's these prongs right here. You can see them right there. You just push down on these and pull it out that way. And once you've gotten it to there, you can actually just, with this part here open, you can just unplug it. Unplug the blue electrical connector right here. I don't know if you saw that. There's a little blue connector right there. So we're just going to unplug this. In the service manual, there's no mention of disconnecting battery power or anything like that. It just said unplug the old receiver and plug the new one into it. So I don't see any clips here holding this in, but I actually think there's a little tiny blue indent on one side here that you have to push on to get this connector out. There we go. So there's the old one, and let me see if I can show you this. That blue connector plugged in. Let me see what I'm looking at here. I don't know if it'll focus that close or not. Probably not. But there's a blue connector that plugged in here, and you can take your fingernail and push it into this little slot right here. And let me back up a little, see if you can see it any better. So it plugs into here, and you have to just push in that little detent there and then pull it out. And the new one comes in the box. I got it from GM Parts Direct. The new one has a 5511. Here's the old one on the top with a 9518 at the end. And the new one has a 5511 at the end. And that's the new part number that fixes the intermittent connection with the fob that I've been having. So I'm just going to plug this in here. And until it clicks. And now the installation is just the reverse. Let me bring this back around here and see if I can, with the camera, I'll see if I can get a better view of how this goes back in. Zoom out a little bit here. Again, the lighting is a challenge here because of the sunlight, but I don't know if you can see this. There's a little slot in the bottom there that this ledge goes in. So you have to put this in first and then clip the top in. That little ledge, now that would get some sunlight and get my body out of the way. That little clamp on the bottom, that goes in there, and then it just clips in the top like that. So now the new receiver is in there. I'll back off here, and all I'm going to do here is these clips down here, I'm going to just line them up and pop them back in like that. Line up the next one right here, and actually I'm probably going to need two hands to do this, because what I want to do while I'm clipping those in is make sure that this rubber up here is out on the outside of this piece of plastic all the way down. So now that I've got that like that, I can just pop those two in there and get that piece out. Now everything's back together, and I can just put the door back on to the compartment, cross my fingers, and hope that my old fob is still recognized. So let's go check that now. Alright, here's the moment of truth. Let's see if the fob works. Okay, unlock works. Yep, lock works. Now let's just get in and make sure it'll start. Let's see. And keep in mind, all I've done is just replace that receiver. Just unplug the old one, plug the new one in. So seems to start and working fine. So we'll see if that solves my problem with the intermittent fob not found and the 10-minute timeout that was occurring sometimes when I come back to the car and try to get inside and it won't unlock and I have to use the phone to get in. So hopefully it will solve that.